Sleep is one of the biggest complaints that I hear about from women in perimenopause and in menopause. When we get to this age, it seems like it's harder to fall asleep and also stay asleep. If you've ever found yourself just lying in bed, awake at night, staring at the clock, staring at the ceiling, wondering, why am I so wide awake? Or, why can't I fall asleep? Trust me, I know how that feels. I've been there. I've struggled with sleep, and I'd either stay up way too late scrolling or reading, or I'd fall asleep and then wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning, which then it's hard to fall back asleep. So even if you just have to run to the bathroom and then you can't fall back to sleep, and it starts to affect your mood and your focus, your energy, and can even affect your health, really. Then you don't want to work out, right? So because you're too tired, or then your hunger hormones get off. So then you are eating just all kinds of things that you don't want to be eating. So it really affects a lot of things. I tried different things I didn't really want to be taking, like melatonin, which can be habit forming, but nothing really ever worked. And so I'm going to share today a few of the things that really have helped me. Just a ridiculously easy routine that finally helped me get the best sleep of my life. And there's nothing better than sleeping through the night, every single night. So hello, I am Sara, Preston, integrative health practitioner and a certified menopause and fat loss coach. And today I'm going to show you exactly what that routine is, step by step, so that you can finally start getting 7 to 8 hours of really deep and restful sleep every single night. How amazing does that sound? So sleep isn't just about feeling rested. It's literally when your body repairs and restores and resets itself. So your brain performs cleaning cycles, like cleaning out toxins and waste buildup during the day. It plays a massive role in hormone regulation. So like I said before, lack of sleep disrupts ghrelin, which is your hunger hormone, and leptin, which is your fullness hormone, making you hungrier. You crave junk food and sugar. It can also raise your cortisol levels, which is your body's stress hormone, which can lead to anxiety and mood swings and even blood sugar issues. And so many women are going on 5 or 6 hours of sleep, but research shows that adults need at least 7 hours of sleep for optimal physical and mental health. And I know I feel that too. If I ever get less than 7, I can feel like I'm hungover, even if I'm not. The deepest sleep happens between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., which is really crucial for muscle recovery, immune function, memory. So we want to make sure that we're getting good sleep between those hours, so not staying up too late. And poor sleep has really been linked to increase of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, obesity, and even Alzheimer's over time. So we want to make sure that we're getting that good sleep. And I know I have struggled. I've laid awake at night. I've tossed and turned. I've even gotten up and gone trying to take some type of over-the-counter, supplement. So I've been there, and I know how frustrating it is, especially if it's night after night. It really starts to wear on you. So here's a routine that surprisingly is super simple, but will really work for helping you. So number 1 is reset your body clock with light. So you want to get outside for 10 to 15 minutes first thing in the morning, as close to sunrise as you can, and get that natural sunlight in your eyeballs, okay? And then in the evening, you want to do the same thing around sunset. You want to get outside if you can, even just for 10 minutes. That's where an after dinner walk would be great. Dim the lights in your house. You don't want to have these bright lights, so that your body kind of realizes, okay, we're winding down. We're getting closer to bedtime. So avoid that bright artificial light. You can wear the blue light glasses if you want. You don't have to, but if you're watching TV or if you have any bright light, it helps to do that. And then number 2 is during the day, you want to really make sure that you're getting good exercise. I've learned a lot of this from research that I've done, but also because I wear an Oura ring, and it really does help figure out, why you're getting better sleep some nights than others. So you want to move your body every single day, getting that daily exercise. It helps regulate sleep. walking, stretching, strength training. And if you can do that outdoors, that is even better, because then you are getting that natural sunlight that is so important too. And then no intense workouts right before bed. So you don't want to get all amped up. Try to keep it around dinner or before dinner if you possibly can. Don't try not to work out at like 8 o'clock at night, because we want to start winding down. And along with that, we want to cut the screens before bed. So an hour before bedtime, all screens, like you can use your Kindle. I use my Kindle, which is a Paperwhite, and it doesn't have blue light, so you can use that. So we want to do some calming activities like light stretching. I'll do legs up the wall. You really want to give your body that chance to calm down. So if you do have to use the screens, for some reason you have to be on your computer, wear those blue light glasses to really reduce that melatonin disruption. And try to have the same bedtime and wake time. So, don't try not to be on the weekends up till 1 a.m., sleep until 10 a.m. We want to try to keep a consistent sleep and wake time, and try to be in bed by 10 if you can, to get that higher quality sleep that I talked about. Have a really cool bedroom. Try to keep the temperature down, 70 or below in your bedroom, and then use really breathable bedding or a cooling blanket if you need to really keep your bed nice and cool. Box breathing is one thing that you can do. I do it all at the same time. While my legs are up the wall, I do some, inhale for 4, hold for 4, and then exhale for 4, and then hold for 4. And, just really signaling to the body that it's time to calm the nervous system. You can take an Epsom salt bath or a shower. Magnesium has a lot of benefits, and that's in the Epsom salts, so that can really help too. But if you can't do that, even just a shower to cool down. You don't have to, but create your own wind down routine that maybe even takes just 20 minutes. Maybe it's some reading or some prayer or journaling or whatever with that. And then just be mindful of what you're eating and drinking. So try to stop eating 2 to 3 hours before bedtime to avoid all that digestion going on while you're trying to sleep. Now, for some people, if the wake up in the middle of the night is because of blood sugar, kind of a blood sugar dip, some people will do better with a tablespoon of peanut butter or a little something before bed. So this will be something that you'll want to test. Do you do better when you have a little half a banana with some peanut butter on it right before bed? Or do you do better when you don't eat anything for 2 to 3 hours before bed? This would be something to test. Things like tart cherry juice. I love that. It helps to stimulate your natural melatonin production. So you can have a little tart cherry juice in with some San Pellegrino or sparkling water a couple hours before bedtime, and that can really help just after dinner. And then limit alcohol. Sometimes we think that drinking alcohol, at least I used to think drinking alcohol was helping me fall asleep, and it may help you fall asleep, but the problem is then you're awake at 3 a.m. Have you ever had that where you wake up 3 a.m., you've got your mind is racing, you can't, you're catastrophizing everything, or you've got the shakes or the sweats or something? That is your liver detoxifying you from that alcohol. So alcohol actually gives you worse sleep than it does better sleep. It actually really impacts the quality of your sleep later in the night. So if you are going to drink, just be mindful of how that plays into your sleep. Maybe, try to stop 4 or 5 hours before bed. Okay, and here's a couple bonus tips. Keep your bedroom dark. I like to wear a Nod Pod sleep mask. It doesn't go all the way around your head, but it just kind of lays over your eyes, and it gives some pressure. I love it. You can use an Oura ring to help you if this is something that you're interested in. And then there's supplements that you can try. So magnesium is a big one. Magnesium glycinate can really help with sleep. Progesterone can really help with sleep. If you are in perimenopause, menopause, you may need some progesterone support. If you've ever noticed that your sleep is worse right before your cycle, if you're still cycling, that's a good sign that you might need some progesterone. So that's something to talk to your provider about. I don't want you to just watch this video and think oh, that sounds nice. I want you to actually experience really good sleep for yourself, because it's amazing how good you can feel. So here's my challenge to you. try this sleep routine that I talked about for just 7 nights. That's it, just 1 week, no fancy, anything. And I promise you are going to feel a difference. Maybe you will fall asleep faster. Maybe you'll stay asleep longer. Maybe you'll just wake up feeling way more rested and ready to go for your workout. But I don't just want you to take my word for it. I want you to see the results. So after you try it, come back to this video and leave a comment below and tell me exactly what changed for you. So if this video helped you and you're ready to take back more control of your health after 40, starting with better sleep, make sure that you hit subscribe, because I'm here to give you real information, practical tools that you need to really feel strong and lean and more like yourself again.